Gratitude is a really powerful emotion and a deep understanding that we put in our hearts. I'm sure we've all been around people who are not thankful for anything. All they do is grouse, grouse, grouse. Hey, grandparents, it is November and we're talking about being thankful and gratitude. And so we want to talk a little bit today about teaching gratitude through purposeful giving. And basically, all that means is teach your grandchildren to give by doing some things very intentionally, giving to specific either time or dollars, products like Toys for Tots, something giving with intention and explaining it to those grandchildren and walking them through the process so they learn to be cheerful givers. So think about this a little bit. Gratitude is a really powerful emotion and a deep understanding that we put in our hearts. I'm sure we've all been around people who are not thankful for anything. All they do is grouse, grouse, grouse. If you can learn to be grateful, your heart is definitely much more joyful. It's a recognition that what we have, we don't want to take for granted, whether it's our physical health, our family members, our material possessions. We can be grateful for all of that. Here's another concept to keep in mind. Gratitude and generosity are so closely interwoven. If we can learn to be grateful, typically we will also learn to be generous. And if we're generous, it helps teach us to learn to be grateful. So there's a very circular relationship between generosity and gratitude. And we can demonstrate this for our grandchildren and we can engage them in the process. So think about things like Toys for Tots or soup kitchens or church service projects, anything like that you can engage in with your grandchildren and talk about it with them. Don't let it be just an obligation. Certainly don't grouse about it or you'll teach them to grouse about it and not be doing these things out of a willing and cheerful heart. But spend time talking about why it's good to help other people. Why is it good to be generous? Why is it good to go and give of yourself, your time, and your wealth to those who are in need? It really does teach a life lesson that is amazing, and it can change their lives forever. One of the things I've been so impressed with my daughters-in-law is they have done some of this with their children around the holidays and giving toys. You know, they've taught their children that not every little boy and girl has toys. And so we're going to, as a family, give to some of these organizations and help others to be able to celebrate. I saw something recently at the children's school that I really loved. I went last week to help with some Halloween parties and carve a pumpkin with my youngest grandson here in town with us. And they had the middle school children out cleaning the grounds around the buildings. They were raking the flower beds and trimming back things in preparation for fall. And they had taught the children this is a service project for the building, for the church that's affiliated with the school, and we're going to give of our time and our efforts to help keep the grounds neat. I thought that was a great lesson for the kids, and they were having a ball. I didn't see grousy, unhappy children. I saw children smiling and laughing and talking to their friends and raking up leaves and bagging them and doing all the things that we do in preparation for winter. And they got a day outside, they got some sunshine, it was good for them. So think about things like that. It's purposeful, it's teaching lessons, and if we're doing it cheerfully, we're teaching them to be joyful, cheerful givers. last point I want to share on this topic is that sometimes engaging children in something like that, especially as they get older, begins to birth purpose in their own hearts. They may decide they really like helping other people, and so they want to be a doctor or a police officer or a teacher because they find that giving of themselves is a pleasurable experience. It is something that brings them satisfaction, a sense of accomplishment. Those are definitely the things we want to encourage in our young people. And so teach them gratitude, get them involved, help them learn to give purposely and to understand why giving is so important. Teach them to be generous and have joyful hearts while they're doing it. God bless and take care, my friend.